Ever felt overwhelmed when people throw around words like corporate finance, personal finance, public finance, like you're supposed to know the difference? Yeah, you're not alone. Finance isn't just about money. It's about how money moves between people, companies, and governments. In today's video, we're going to break down the different types of finance into bite-sized chunks. No jargon, no textbooks, just real-world explanations to help you finally get it. So grab your drink, settle in, and let's explore the world of finance together. First things first, what is finance? In simple terms, finance is the management of money. It's about how people get, spend, save, invest, and plan their money. Think of it like this. You earn money, you spend some, you save some. Maybe you invest a bit, borrow a bit, and hopefully you grow your wealth over time. That's finance on a personal level. But this same idea scales up. Businesses, governments, even entire countries go through the same money flows. They just do it with a lot more zeros. There are three main categories of finance: personal finance, corporate or business finance, and public or government finance. But wait, there's more. We also have specialized branches like behavioral finance, international finance, Islamic finance, and finally, green or sustainable finance. We'll go through each of these in the next few minutes. Let's start with the one that hits closest to home, personal finance. This is your money, how you manage it on a day-to-day basis. Personal finance includes budgeting, where you plan how you'll spend your income, saving, where you set aside money for emergencies or future goals, investing, where you put money into assets like stocks or real estate, debt management, such as credit cards, loans, mortgages, all that fun stuff. And finally, retirement planning, thinking long-term so you don't have to eat ramen every day at 70. Let's say you earn 5,000 ringgit a month in Malaysia. Personal finance helps you figure out how much should go to bills, how much should be saved. Can you afford that trip to Langkawi? And should you start a Tabung Haji or EPF investment plan? Whether you're a student or a CEO, personal finance is your foundation. Now, imagine you're in a business. Instead of managing your own money, you're handling other people's money, shareholders, investors, even employees. This is where corporate finance comes in. Corporate finance deals with how companies raise money, such as through equity or debt, how companies spend money for operations, salaries, equipment, how they invest money for new products, marketing, even acquiring other businesses, and most importantly, how they create value for owners and shareholders. You've probably heard of companies going public or raising series of funding. All of that is corporate finance in action. There are two big questions in corporate finance. How do we fund our growth? And how do we maximize profits and shareholder value? It's like personal finance on steroids. You're just playing with bigger numbers and bigger consequences. Next up, public finance, or how governments manage money. Governments don't run businesses, but they still earn and spend money through taxes, bonds, and budgets. Public finance involves taxation. This is where the money comes from. Spending. This is where the money goes to healthcare, defense, education, subsidies, and finally, debt management. Governments also borrow money, and sometimes a lot. Ever heard of a national budget or a fiscal deficit? That's public finance. Let's say the Malaysian government collects 300 billion ringgit in taxes, but spends 350 billion ringgit. That 50 billion ringgit shortfall, that's a budget deficit, and they'll have to borrow money to cover it. Public finance affects everyone. From your road upgrades to how much your eggs cost, it's all tied to how wisely or poorly the government handles money. Now let's go global. International finance is all about how money moves between countries. It deals with currency exchange, international trade, and foreign investments, such as like when Petronas buys assets in Canada or when Samsung opens a factory in Malaysia. Why does international finance matter? Because we live in a connected world. If the US raises interest rates, it can impact Malaysian investments. If China slows down, our export economy feels it. It's a constant dance of exchange rates, cross-border flows, and trade agreements. In short, it's big picture money. Let's switch gears for a moment. Why do some people buy things they don't need? Why do investors panic sell during a crash? This type of finance studies how emotions and psychology affect financial decisions. It's not just about logic. People aren't calculators, we're human. We make money mistakes. We chase trends, follow FOMO, or overspend when we are sad. Understanding behavioral finance helps. Marketers sell products, financial planners guide clients, and governments design better policies. It's not about numbers, it's about people. Here's one that's especially important in Muslim countries such as Malaysia, is Islamic finance. Islamic finance follows Sharia principles. That means no riba or no interest, no gambling or speculation, and ethical and asset-backed financing. Instead of earning interest on loans, Islamic banks use models like Wirabahar. It means cost-plus financing, with Araba for profit sharing and Ejarah for leasing agreements. The idea is to promote fairness, reduce exploitation, and tie money to real economic activity. It's a fast-growing segment globally and not just in Muslim countries. Finally, let's talk about green or sustainable finance. This is where money meets environmental and social values. Green finance supports projects like renewable energy, clean transportation, and sustainable agriculture. You might have heard of ESG investing, environmental, social, and governance. It's about putting your money into businesses that do good, not just do well. Governments, banks, and companies are all getting on board. Because today, finance isn't just about profits. It's about impact. Let's recap. Personal finance, you and your money, corporate finance, businesses and their capital. Public finance, government budgets and policies, international finance, global money movements, behavioral finance, emotions and money, Islamic finance, ethical, Sharia compliance systems, and finally, green finance, investing in a better future. Finance is everywhere. It affects your salary, your loans, your shopping choices, even your future kids' schools. The more you understand it, the more confident you become in navigating life. So whether you're planning your next budget, launching a startup, or voting in the next election, remember, it all comes down to how money flows. Like this video? Hit that like button and subscribe for more Finance Explainers made simple. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and take control of your money.